Greetings and a warm welcome to all. Today it's about the first lunar eclipse of the year and the full moon in Virgo, Hasta Nakshatra on 25th of March. This eclipse is visible in much of Europe, Australia, Africa, Northeast Asia, North South America, along with Pacific, Atlantic, Arctic and Antarctica. The eclipse will start from 4 hours 51 minutes on 25th of March till 9 hours 35 minutes UTC time. The maximum eclipse will be at 7 hours 13 minutes UTC time. It is a penumbral lunar eclipse, a very weak form of eclipse. A light shadow can be observed on the moon. When it is total lunar eclipse or a partial one, we can see the shadow on the moon is more and it is visible too. We can see it. With the penumbral eclipse, there is hardly any shadow. So even the impact can be very subtle. But like every full moon, even this Virgo full moon can bring some completion and closure in the ongoing matter related to the Virgo and Pisces sign in our chart. And this eclipse happens with Ketu. Moon and Ketu both are in Hasta Nakshatra. So expect emotional release and purification with this eclipse. It is the time to work on our deep-seated emotional wounds or some unresolved issues from the past. We may feel a sense of detachment from the material concerns, leading to a significant inner growth, personal evolution, shedding some old patterns, and embracing some new perspectives. It is best to use this time to reflect, heal, bring clarity in our thoughts and develop some new understanding. See, we are going to deal with the dual signs energy here. The Virgo in the Pisces sign. Getting confused is very natural and we have Mercury retrograde. Though we may not experience the same intensity of this eclipse, being it is penumbral. But this lunar eclipse will set the stage for the total solar eclipse of 8th April. Also, we have one more solar eclipse on 2nd of October in Hasta Nakshatra. And all these time we have Ketu in Hasta Nakshatra. So the process of healing and closure can continue almost the entire year. At the time of eclipse, Mars has its 8th aspect on Virgo and both on Moon and Ketu. Mercury, the Lord of Virgo, is simultaneously crossing Pisces Gandanta. Jupiter and Uranus both are 8th from this eclipse. See, there is all the indication of some change, shift, and this eclipse can trigger that process. Make things easy by acceptance and release any negative thought patterns, any emotions, behavior, or strong attachments. Actually, eclipse activates dead things to teach us certain lessons which we overlook, ignore, or we underestimate. Expect end of such matters with new development and opportunities. Certainly, it can be hard and painful. Letting go of something familiar is not an easy process for anyone. But it is the most necessary thing for our personal growth. With eclipse, we may get back on the right track. And each eclipse has a specific purpose related to its placement. This Virgo eclipse teaches us to balance our emotions with practicality. Face reality by letting go of any fantasy. Have more clarity of thoughts, but do not be overcritical or detail oriented in our approach. Balance things. See, any eclipse breaks the patterns that we have developed over the years. And on the same axis, an eclipse repeats every 18 years. The repetition of eclipses is managed by Saros cycle. This Virgo eclipse is the 64th eclipse in the series of total 71 eclipses. All these eclipses happened with Ketu and Moon. The previous lunar eclipse in this cycle was in 1970, 1988 and 2006. The current one is on 25th of March 2024 and the next one will be in April 2042 in Virgo Hasta Nakshatra. Do reflect back on the previous times and think of your experiences, the events that happened, or any major change in those years. You can expect some similar kind of experiences with this eclipse also. Now is the time to introspect on the past actions. What needs change? Let go and improve ourselves this time and make things better. It could be a very good opportunity to reflect or re-evaluate these matters. This lunar eclipse can bring some culmination, movement, or end of that matter which started in previous eclipses and takes us further on our path of destiny. This time the eclipse happens with Hasta Nakshatra and Lord Moon is the fastest moving planet. We can have speedy results. The very next day the moon is conjunct Ketu, preparing us to release, liberate and act on our newfound understanding. The Lord of Virgo, Mercury, also crosses Pisces Gandanta around the same time and enters Ketu's nakshatra Ashwini. Expect some hope and diversion with Libra moon in Vishakha nakshatra when moon will be right opposite to Jupiter in Aries. There are all the challenging connections that moon is making before the total solar eclipse of 8th April. We have moon debilation, moon crossing Moola nakshatra of Ketu, conjunction of moon with Pluto, Mars and Saturn. All these can be very intense with eclipse. All these indicates the next 15 days after the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, demands our emotional balance and practical approach to face the total solar eclipse of 8th April in Revati. We have retrograde Mercury from 1st of April in Aries and Mercury will go back in Pisces and will be debilitated again. But the saving grace here is Venus is exalted, making Neech Bhang Raj Yog with Mercury till 25th of April. Post which Venus will start its new cycle through the zodiac. This makes Pisces the most activated sign with Sun, Venus, Mercury, Rahu and Neptune. And Pisces represents ocean water, our deep emotions. And during full moon, emotions can be more dramatic. With an eclipse, it can amplify our emotional insecurities, our fear, and can create a threat on our sense of stability. The theme of this eclipse is to maintain a sense of calmness and have control over our emotions. As what is happening is out of our control. Use the significance of Pisces sign. It is advisable to resolve our difficult emotions by addressing them in an appropriate manner. See, we have moon playing a key role here, and the focus is our sensitivity towards everything around. Mostly the truth of our own or others' emotions can be revealed in the lights of this full moon. What we see or hear can be upsetting, making us sad, disappointed. That's the impact of a lunar eclipse. Exalted Venus has aspect on this eclipse point on 8th of April, which is the most auspicious aspect to mitigate any harsh impact of the eclipse. Use the diplomatic and the balanced approach of Venus to handle any tough matter and have a goal to bring harmony. Support these energies by accepting it mentally and emotionally first, followed by acting upon it. This lunar eclipse is in Virgo, Mercury sign. Our mental strength and knowledge can be a great help here. Also, Hasta is a swift, fast nakshatra to give results. There is quick realization, but it is a Laghu nakshatra. The opportunities passes quickly. We have to act fast to make best use of it. Hasta is ruled by Savitar, the creative form of the sun god. And the symbol is hand that gives us the ability to achieve our goals. But lunar eclipse in Hasta can trigger doubts on our faith, our capacity to handle things, and can create confusion in our mind. Virgo is earth sign. So Hasta guarantees material gains if the creative force of the hands are used well here. That makes some solid ground to have better health, job, finances, and restore or maintain the same. Lunar eclipse here indicates things have reached their peak, the highest point in the matter related to the Pisces and Virgo axis. Virgo and Pisces are perfect combination of friendly elements, earth and water. We can balance and give shape to our imaginations by using our knowledge and practical tendencies. Let us see individually the probable areas for each ascendant where you may have a chance to cleanse your emotions and start afresh. Check the Virgo and Pisces axis along with Cancer sign in your chart for the impact. But much will depend on your natal placements and your dasha time period for the results. Aries. This lunar eclipse in Virgo may bring shift in your work patterns, your health, and your wellness matters. It could prompt you to focus on self improvement and structure in your daily routines. You may feel a strong urge to connect with your emotions and your roots. You might focus on finding a balance between your personal ambitions and a need for emotional security. You should nurture your own along with your family members' emotional needs and find ways to feel secure. Taurus, you may experience new development in the life of your children, some creative endeavors, romantic relationships, or some development in your stock market activity during this lunar eclipse. You may need to analyze, refine, or address issues in all these areas. It is best to focus on your communication and learn to have deeper connections with your siblings, elders in the family, or mentors through open and honest communication. You need to communicate and express your thoughts without any fear of not being heard or understood. Gemini, there can be modifications in your home life, your family life during this Virgo lunar eclipse. Take care of your equation with your mother, her health. It is the time to create balance between your personal and professional responsibilities. Expect change in your personal values, your finances, and family matters. It is the time to reassess your priorities and create stability within family. You need to create family and financial stability and have no insecurities in your mind for having any lack of resources. Cancer. This lunar eclipse in Virgo can trigger some sudden travel or even relocation. Now is the time to keep up with your strength in any challenging circumstances. Express yourself more clearly or pursue some higher education. Your personality can change and you may heal emotionally with your self awareness and empowerment. You need to work on being self determined and self reliant. Discard any fear of being overlooked by others. Feel secure. Leo, your food habits, values of life, family bond, and finance can go through transformation. It is the time to reevaluate your definition of security and stability in these areas. It is the time to reflect, introspect, and heal emotionally. Spend alone time, go on travel, and work on your health and growth in life. You should learn to trust, have go with the flow approach, and remove the fear of letting go. Virgo, the lunar eclipse occurring in your own sign can bring some significant personal revelations and transformation. It is the period of introspection and self discovery. It is the time to welcome new ideas. Let go of your detail oriented approach, balance it. If handled well, then this can be a very rewarding time. Focus on developing new social connections and increase your network. Also, it is the best time to reassess your goals and the role you play within your community. This can bring you a sense of fulfillment and emotional satisfaction. Start to believe in your uniqueness and freedom of expression, discarding any doubts of failure or rejection. Libra, you may focus on spiritual and emotional growth during this lunar eclipse. It is the time to bring inner harmony and find ways to connect more deeply with your intuition, your subconscious mind. The most impacted area is your career, your job, and your public image. Your goal is to have emotional fulfillment in your professional area or make some changes to align your career path with your innermost desires. This is the time to retain your courage to do things differently. Trust your power and break your fear while working on the center stage. Scorpio, expect shift or some change in your desires. You may experience shift in your social circle or your aspirations during this lunar eclipse. You might reassess your goals and the company that you keep. Your belief system and your philosophical outlook can transform with this eclipse. You may also look for deeper meaning and purpose in life, exploring new ways for personal growth. You should trust your knowledge, learnings, and break free from any fear of having no direction or being doubtful of your own capacity. Sagittarius, the most impacted area with this lunar eclipse can be your work area. Expect some new development and change here. You may seek to refine your professional goals and make some practical steps towards success. What you need is a breakthrough and change in the status quo. This eclipse can bring some new opportunities to make that change happen. You should learn to be self dependent, have more power by physical and mental strength, and discard any fear of having a change. Capricorn, you can experience shift in your belief system or your long-term plans during this lunar eclipse. You may reassess your values and have a greater clarity in your philosophical views. Expect foreign travel. Your main focus can be your partnership and your one-on-one interactions with your close relations. Work on your relationship issues. Bring emotional support and harmony in your close connections. You should learn to build lasting relations. Avoid any dependency within the relations and fear of losing your partner. Aquarius, the Virgo lunar eclipse can bring that long awaited change. There can be some sudden shift in your health, your finances, or your work zone. Stay away from any chaos or conflict in these areas. Rather, focus on discipline, self care, emotional well being, and having balance between your personal and professional responsibilities. You should first get healed. Cater to your own needs, trusting your strength. You need to break any self created fears by your own thoughts. Pisces, your close relations or your professional commitments are most impacted with this lunar eclipse. It is the time to bring balance and harmony in your close relationships. You can work on your creative aspirations and learning some new skills. You need to work on developing some skills. Have confidence. Avoid any attention seeking behavior or fear of not being appreciated. That was all about the impact on all the ascendants. To summarize, overall, a Virgo lunar eclipse in Hasta Nakshatra encourages practicality, our skillful action and attention to details. It is a very favorable time for self improvement, healing emotionally, and realization of our goals. And that can be through our focused efforts and dedication. But be aware of emotional intensity and its impact on our health. It is very important to consciously express and share our emotions that we have been holding on, as suppressing our emotions may lead to undesirable outcomes. There is no need to fear eclipses. Eclipses can also serve as an opportunity to explore new directions and venture into the unknown. It is a great opportunity to release our fixed emotions and surrender our control over anything that is hindering our personal growth. Acceptance is the key to help in navigating any challenges and welcoming new experiences. Make most of this eclipse, and I wish you all the best. Do write in your comments and your experiences with the previous eclipses. Thank you for your time and stay tuned with this channel for more updates. Thank you.